Good morning, everyone. How are you all today? I hope you are all well. Let's talk about making a schedule. What is a schedule? Do you know what is schedule? A schedule is what I do every day and at what time and what day and how many times. So this is an example of a schedule. Monday to Sunday, morning, afternoon, evening. Sometimes people put time, for example, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1, like this, for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Do you have a schedule? What is your schedule like right now during staying home, COVID? Do you have a schedule? Do you know what you will do every day? At what time? Let's look at some of the words we use to talk about schedules. For example, if we want to know how often, we can say, for example, an answer once a week. How often means how many times. For example, how often does Louisa rent a movie? Louisa rents a movie every Saturday. Here we have Louisa, an example, rents a movie. This is what she does every Saturday. So let's look at some of the words we use. We say once a week. Once a week, only one time. Twice a week. Twice a week means 2 times every week. 3 times a week. That's easy. 4 times a week. 5 times a week. So we say for 1 and 2, once, twice. After 3, we say 3, 4, 5 times a week. Okay? We can also say every morning. Every weekday. What is a weekday? Weekday, Monday to Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. These are called weekdays. Every other day. What is every other day? Every other day means Monday, not Tuesday, Wednesday, yes, not Thursday, Friday, yes, not Saturday, Sunday, yes, okay? Every other day. We can say every Saturday, or for example, every weekend. Weekend is Saturday or Sunday, okay? So this is how we answer the question, how often? Now, we have another thing we say when we answer how often. We can say never. Never means 0. I never, for example, I never sleep at 10 o'clock. Never. Rarely. Rarely is like 25%. Okay, so 0, 25. Very less. Very less. Rarely. 50%, sometimes. Sometimes. 75%, usually. Usually. Almost all the time, but not every time. 100%, always. Okay? So these are the words we use when we talk about how often. Never, rarely, sometimes, usually, always. How do we say a sentence with these words? We write the word never, rarely, sometimes, usually, always before the main verb, before the main verb. What is verb? Any action. So you look at the sentence, right here. You look at the sentence. Where is the verb? Louisa goes running. Where's the verb? Verb is goes. Goes is the verb to go. We put es because Louisa is a lady. So goes is the verb. We put these words, never, rarely, sometimes, usually, always, before the verb. So we say, Louisa always goes running, or Louisa usually goes running, or Louisa often goes running. What about the sentence, she makes dinner? She makes dinner. Where is the verb? The verb is makes. So we say before the verb, she sometimes makes dinner. She rarely makes dinner. She never makes dinner. Okay? What about the verb to be? To be. Be is, for example, is, am, are. That's the verb to be. Here, where is the verb? Where is the verb to be here? To be. It's is. Okay? So the verb be is, am, or are. If we have the word is, or be, or am, or are, we say after. We say these words, never, rarely, sometimes, usually, always, after the verb be. So where is the verb in this sentence? She is usually busy on the weekends. Where is the verb? She is usually busy on the weekend. The verb is. Whenever we have the verb to be, is, am, are, we say after. We say the word usually, sometimes, after the verb. She is usually busy on the weekends. We don't say she usually is busy. No. She is usually busy on the weekends. We can also use these words at the beginning or at the end of a sentence. I can say, usually, Louisa studies in the library. Or sometimes, Louisa studies in the library. So I'm saying at the beginning of the sentence. I can also say at the end. Louisa studies in the library sometimes. Louisa studies in the library usually. Okay? So either it comes before the verb or at the beginning or the end of a sentence. Between the subject and the verb, in short, answers. So here again, where is the verb? I need the verb. Yes, I always do. Where's the verb here? Verb is do. So again, it's before the verb. Yes, I always do. What about in this sentence? No, he usually isn't. Where's the verb? Verb is not, right? So again, we're going to say, no, he usually isn't. These are for answers, short answers to the question. For example, do you always cook? I can say, yes, I always do. Or if I ask the question, is he usually home? You can say, no, he usually isn't. Okay? And the last one, we can say, for example, rarely, and never are negative. Negative means no. Do not use not and never in the same sentence. So we can say, he never goes to the movies. He never goes to the movies. But we don't say not never, okay? He does not never go to the movies. No, just he never. He never goes to the movies. Again, never is before the verb. Where's the verb in this sentence? Where's the verb? Goes. That's the verb. So we say before the verb. All right. So now what we're going to do is you're going to look at these sentences, and you're going to write the verb in the right place. For example, Roberto finishes his homework before class. We need you to write the word rarely inside the sentence. Where do I write it? We can say, Roberto rarely finishes his homework before class. Where is the verb in the sentence? Verb. Finishes. This is the verb. Action. So we're going to write the word rarely before the verb finishes. Yes, Roberto rarely finishes his homework before class. So please do so for number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For number 4, you can choose any frequency adverb. You can choose never, rarely, sometimes, usually, always. For number 4, choose. Okay? So you're going to write the word in the right place on the sentence, in the sentence. Okay? After that, I would like you to write 4 more sentences about your schedule. Okay? Here it's talking about Louisa. I don't want you to write about Louisa. I want you to write about you. So you can say, for example, I usually do my homework at 10 o'clock. Okay? So I want you to use these words in your sentences. And after you finish, I want you to make a schedule. Okay? I want you to make a schedule like this. And I want to see your schedule from Monday to Sunday. Make a schedule of everything you do in 1 week. Talk about your schedule. So first, I want you to write your schedule. For example, if you are cooking on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you can write cook dinner, and you can write a time. If you are working Monday to Friday, you can write it in your schedule. I work from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Okay, so you can just write the word work, or for example, let me write it for you. If I say work, right? Or we can write cook dinner, like this. Okay. Or we can say, for example, text another chore, for example, would be do the laundry. We could do, for example, Sunday mornings, exercise, right? You can also put a time. For example, Monday, we start work at 9 a.m. Right? For example, evening, we can do 10 p.m. You can say, for example, do homework. Right? So this is what a schedule looks like. You can write what you do in your schedule, and I want you to talk about your schedule. Okay? So for example, you can say, I never cook on my day off because I'm a cook in a restaurant. Or I never do my homework, or I always do my homework, or I sometimes do my homework on the weekends, right? So you can give me some sentences about your schedule. And that's it. And I want you to write your schedule, send me the picture, and I will ask you about your schedule next week. All right, have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.